and welcome to the February 2026 business meeting for the Madison DX Club. We'll have our feature program follow directly after this meeting. So to start off the meeting, we get the treasurer's report, but I don't see the treasurer online. I don't think we spent much, if anything, since last period, so we have the same amount. The minutes, we have Zoom take our minutes, and then I publish on YouTube this meeting. So that's kind of our record. So if anyone wants to see what happened or missed the business meeting, they can always go there. I'll mail out very, very lightly edited minutes from the Zoom AI, which does a pretty good job. The next thing is Bob has a kind of a DX report. Not kind of, he has a great DX report for us. So take it away, Bob.
Oh, well, I hope I can live up to that. Okay, my audio is okay? Good. So, as we always say at the beginning of this, conditions have been up and down and up and down, and that's the usual situation. But the notable thing this time has been the huge sunspot, number 4366. It was putting out some CMEs as it just began to come around on the east side of the sun and come into view. But then as it started its march across the disk, there were many M-class flares and some humdingers of X-class flares. I think one of them was 8.1. But those were mostly impulsive flares. So we got a lot of ultraviolet, extreme ultraviolet radiation and X-rays, which gave us a lot of radio blackouts on the higher bands. So now 4366, which was an enormous sunspot, has moved off onto the western limb of the western edge of the sun. And so we'll see. It'll be back in not too long, and we'll see what it can do for us then. But I think the important thing is that the sun's going to quiet down now, and I think that can be helpful for some of the propagation. And also, we're approaching spring here, and in terms of DX and the low bands into Asia, we're going to have more of a north-south orientation of the gray line. So I think that's going to be important, and so it's going to be a good time of year to be working some stuff in Asia on the low bands. And in fact, there are several Asians that say they're going to focus on the low bands, and some of them a couple of them are on the air already. One is Thomas XU70, and Thomas was on last night on 30, 40, and 80, and I know he has some plans for 160 as well. So he's on now. He's on until February 22nd, and I think a few East Coast fellows worked him last night, just around sunset on the East Coast. So, and that was long path. So, if you need Cambodia on 80 meters, or 30 or 40, give a look for them. Also, we have this expedition, a big expedition with 10 ops, operating 160 through 6 meters. This is in the VU7 Islands, Lakshed Weep, I guess it's pronounced, and that's AU7RS. And they'll be on until February 25th. So they're also focusing on the low bands, and they are number 52 on the most wanted. So, and also they have a vocab chart, which is also very helpful for propagation. Something else now from Bangladesh. This is coming a little bit later, mid March, the 18th. Yeah, starting on the 18th. And this is S21WD, S21WD in Bangladesh. Now, we know these guys. We've supported them before. This is the Next Gen DX Club from Germany, and we'll probably recall the excellent work that these young operators did from Guyana and from the Marshall Islands. One of the reasons I bring them up today is that they're also going to focus on the low bands, but also they have asked us for some support. So Kevin will address that for us a little later. Something also interesting coming up is Minami Torishima. That's number 19. And I'm sure there are lots of slots people need on that island as well. Take is going to be on from the 26th until sometime in mid-April, he thinks. You know, he runs or repairs the weather station there, and so you know he sort of comes and goes as he's needed there. And if I didn't say it already, he also is going to have some work on the low bands, I hope. We talked about that's a shale, and it really is an awesome operation. The latest news on them is they're extending their operation to March 3rd. So that's going to give us, and I think it was originally February 12th or the 14th. Anyway, so that extends it quite a bit for us. So we have a lot more opportunities. And those who have not worked them yet at all, they're going to have a special time starting on Sunday at 1200 Zulu for only all-time new ones. So that's what they're going to try to do, and that's going to last until 12 UTC, from 12 UTC to 00 UTC on the 26th. So that should be no, I'm sorry, not on the 26th, on the 16th. So it starts on Sunday the 15th, ends on Monday the 16th. UTC. So there's an opportunity for the guys who haven't worked them yet. Then we have something coming up this fall that I think the club should consider. This is number 26 on the most wanted, and this is Franz Josef Island, Franz Josef Land Island. It's going to be RI1FJL. They're coming on in September, and this is the Russian DX team, and we know a little bit about them. We've had a nice presentation last month on their excellent operation, where I think they worked 179,000 QSOs. So yeah, I think we should think about that, Kevin. And they'll be on sometime in September. Then we have some contests coming up, some important contests. It's the ARRL DX contest. I love these because we're it. Everybody wants to work us. So that's a great way to operate. So CW is February 21st and 22nd, and sideband is March 7th and March 8th. Finally, we have Beauvais 3Y0K. And I wonder if Bob wants to say something about this, or you want me to, Bob?
Sure, I can brief guys a little bit. We're alive and well. That's the good news. You've probably seen all sorts of filter carb across the web, depending on what you read and so forth. And I'd say, don't believe it. Just follow the website, and we will work through our chief pilot station, James KB2FMH, and he will in turn be updating the Daily DX and probably one of the
was kind of
European
disappointed at Jerry, but Jerry.
Hold on.
one of the European newsletters. The ship is underway. It sailed from the Canary Islands on Monday last week, and it's projected to arrive early in the week next week. We've had two or three operators that chose to go early so that they could experience some of South Africa. And then with the delays, of course, they were there, so they're experiencing more of South Africa than they intended to. And the balance of the operators will be traveling mid to later this week, and will be arriving this week into very early Monday, I believe. I can't accurately give you a sail time. I can tell you that we've got some activities that have to go on once we get there. The major activities will be an inspection of the ship by the helicopter contractor, Ultimate Aviation, just to make sure that they have everything along that they need. The helicopter will then fly onto the helipad, and they'll disassemble it, sort of, take the rotors off, store the rotors in a crate, and cover the helicopter itself with a tarp, and of course then lash everything down. Our sail time should be sometime between mid next week and the end of the week. It's roughly 7 days from Cape Town to Beauvais. We need all of your thoughts and prayers for good weather so that we can begin the transition to the island. And right now, for example, today, winds were 25 to 45, and the temperatures were in the 30s, 36 the last time that I looked, and the humidity was a 90+%. 45 miles an hour. So it's a nice damp cold, just like I talked to you guys about during the program. The issue is going to be winds and the impact of winds, and of course precip or visibility. And we're looking to get a window that will be open for around 6 hours. 8 would be better, but in 6 hours we think we can get everything, at least for the main lower station, on the ground, and all the operators and support people that'll be living on the island. So stay tuned and good luck.
Well, thanks, Bob. Thanks for joining us today. Just a couple things I want to mention. One is, the ship has always been the concern for these missions to Beauvais, and this time they've got a real humdinger. And if you haven't seen it, you got to take a look at this. And if you go to the website, it's called Ice Tugs, ICETUGS.is, IS for Iceland, ice.is, and click on Fleet, and then look at the icebreaker. The icebreaker is the Argus, and take a look at the pictures there. It's really an awesome, awesome ship, and I think there's not going to be any problems ship-wise with this expedition. So looking forward to it, Bob, and everyone who's going on this. There are quite a few ops, and you'll be in our prayers. One last thing is regarding 60 meters. There's a big change. The FCC's made a big change here in our operating operating frequencies. If you still want to operate on 5357, you can only run 9.5 watts. So you're probably not going to find me there too much. But if you want to operate 100 watts, you have to be on 5371.5. 5371.5. And this is effective February 13th. So, we don't want to get any pink slips, do we? And that's it, Kevin. That's what I have.
Great, Bob. Any other questions or comments about DXing?
Hey, good luck, Bob. When are you traveling down there?
I leave my home Thursday morning at 8 a.m. And I'm going down to O'Hare. I board a flight there just after lunchtime that will take me to Dulles, and then connect probably, I don't know, 2-3 hours after that. 6:10 Eastern time, I think, is the departure. And I arrive Friday afternoon, a little bit after 4 p.m. South African time. And to give you an idea, they are 8 hours ahead of us.
No jet lag. Okay, good. Good luck. Safe travels.
Yeah. And thanks, Bob. This was so timely to have you here and give us truly a last minute report, and also kind of cut through all the rumors and other, I guess they call it slop now, that you find on the internet.
Well, I guess what I would say is the opinions on the internet are like rectums. Everybody's got one.
Yeah, some more than one, it seems. We just a quick reminder, we publish our programs and our meetings on YouTube. We have a Madison DX Club website that has information about our programs, and we look forward to you going back and reviewing old programs if you're interested. And when you're there, please subscribe. It's not like we're going to ever get any money. We are not anywhere near influencers of anything. But it's always good to see the interest that people have on our channel. For new business, Bob mentioned that we had gotten a request for funding for the upcoming trip or upcoming DXpedition, and let's see, I'm looking for Bangladesh. So thoughts about this? The funding below 200 euros is mentioned on their website. Funding above 200 euros is, a couple more things we get on their QSL card. They're number 33 overall, 24 for CW single sideband on the Club Logs Most Wanted. So any discussion, thoughts about our support for the expedition?
Well, I would move to fund them at the level of $250.
Yeah, I'd second it. Bangladesh was a really tough country for me to get. I actually had to go back to my 1980-ish kind of contact with them. And fortunately, the QSL manager still had the logs. And so I emailed him with the contact information, and that's what broke me through honor roll. So Bangladesh is a nice little place to go to. So I'd fully support funding it.
Any other discussion?
I would just say that being a QRP operator here, I'm probably not likely to connect with them, but I will say that I do enjoy the
You're
idea
coming down.
of
He's gonna
the-
get his nails clipped.
I do enjoy the idea of the next generation DXers, and I think that, I've mentioned that in the past, and I think it's important that we support that.
Great, thanks, Dick.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Right.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. And we'll use our discretion to make certain that the 250 gets us to the 200 euro level. I think it nicely will. I didn't want to go check the currency exchange, and who knows what it'll be in a couple of days.
That's right.
Let's take up the Franz Joseph Island one next week, Bob, or excuse me, next month.
Yeah.
If that's okay, and we'll
Of
get
course.
some information, and that
Yes.
would be a good one as well to support. So any other business for today's meeting?
Doing the PT and OT and getting that ankle strong again.
There we go. I try to mute people who forget to mute. I'm sometimes a little slow, but I'll do that. So when we get to our program in just a few minutes, I'd ask everyone to make certain that their microphone is muted. I'll watch for newcomers coming in, and
Kevin?
I'll end the recording for this meeting. We'll call it
Kevin?
adjourned, and we'll.
Kevin?
Yes, Dick.
Yeah, thanks. I don't mean to be a broken record, but I think it would be nice if we had I don't know if I want to call it an accounting, but a listing of all the DX expeditions that we've supported for, say, maybe the last 3 years. Have a web page just kind of showing either a graphic of the expedition. 'Cause some of these guys got some really cool graphics, that'd be kind of fun to have that on a page. But if not, just a listing of all those three expeditions that we've been supporting.
You're not a broken record. It's something that we have been talking about doing for too long and haven't done yet. And we have to get it done. Keep after us, Dick, and maybe we'll get it done. So next meeting, you can just say, finally.
I'm just here to give you a reminder.
Yeah.